Alrighty, so we're back in the Ifly 737 MAX, our favorite aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And so today we're doing a special flight for me. We're going from Miami to Holguin. That's actually where I'm from. Holguin is one of the eastern provinces of the island of Cuba. You know that I love flying down to Cuba. Um, so we're gonna be flying from Miami to Holguin. We're taking the longer route. This is a uh, real world flight on American Airlines. But today we're taking a longer route than the real ones, just because we want to do a little more flying. We're gonna be flying down um, the island of Cuba instead of just going straight to Miami. So without further ado, let's start uh, loading the aircraft. Uh, First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a look at the flight plan. So our flight today is American 1491. It is the 1st of November 2024. Departing from Kilo Mike India Alpha to Mike Uniform Hotel Golf. Our equipment today is the 737 MAX. And alrighty, so our cost index is going to be 35 today. Our altitude is going to be flight level 260. Perfect. So let's go down here and grab some more information. Let's go menu, performance, weather balance, and we're going to load the passengers. Full flight today, 178 passengers. Our cargo is going to be 8.5, and this may seem like a lot, but this is actually, I mean, I'm not a real world pilot, but I would say this is pretty accurate. Flights from Miami to Cuba are heavy most of the time. If you go from Miami to Cuba, Havana, Camagüey, Holguin, Santiago, any of this, on any of these flights, you'll see many passengers, usually full flights with a lot of baggage, a lot of cargo. So yes, these are heavy flights. So we're gonna put 2500 in the front, and we're gonna do 6000 in the back. And then our fuel today is going to be, I'm taking a lot of fuel because why not? I want to fly the aircraft a little heavier today. Okay, that's good. Let's see how much our fuel for taxi is going to be. We're going to be departing from 8 right today according to Scene Brief. And our tip fuel is going to be right. So I'll set the fuel, set the payload, and we're going to leave it as it is for now. Let's minimize you. In the meantime, let's go nav. Let's go you. Okay, come on. Alrighty. FMC. And let's go U. And we're departing from, just take a look over here. Okay, so departing from Kilo Mike India Alpha, Miami, to Mike Uniform Hotel Golf. Interesting thing for me, even though I'm from this city right here, from again, this is my local airport, I have never in my life flown in and out of this place. Um, this is a very local and small airport. I don't know how long American has been, um, for how long American has been flying there. I believe it's a few years now. But yeah, this is not a busy airport. So if you live in Cuba, most international flights depart from Havana, and that's where I spent most of my life anyway when I lived in Cuba. So, all right, so American 1491, and so for our departure today, main R3 is going to be our departure. We're gonna be Fundy. Fundy is actually not in a way where this is actually going to Havana or Varadero, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted the flight plan to look something more like this, where we fly along the island instead of just coming directly in here, because I felt like it was a little boring, even though we're going to spend most of the time in the cockpit, not going outside that much. But yeah, I wanted to do a little more flying and just take a slight detour. So yeah, anyway, so let's go to departures out of Miami. We're gonna take 8 right, and we're gonna look for the Maynard Fundy transition. Let's go to the route, next page, Fundy, and then UM 335 is our airway. Once we enter the airway, our next waypoint is going to be Kafka. There we go. Direct to Husar. After that, we're going to go into the J2 airway. So J2 is going to be the airway that's going to take us down to Holguin. Our transition is going to be Anetu, Alpha, November, Echo Tango uniform. And then we're going to take the Bemu 6 arrival into Holguin. So it's going to be the ILS 05 Bemove and Anetu transition. Alright, so let's go and activate this. Perf init 35 is the cost index. Our reserve fuel is, we have a ridiculous amount of reserve fuel today. Because why not? Not realistic probably, but this is what I wanted today. Our zero fuel weight today is 142.6. Let's round it up. 142.6 in the box. .6 is the block fuel. 24.6. 260 is the altitude. The winds 39 at 13, and our deviation is going to be 15. Very well. 15. Oh, okay. So we're departing out of Miami. So transition altitude is going to be 18,000, as it is standard in the USA. go back here now and complete the sticker from the so the weather in Miami, the winds is 70 at 13. Temperature as indicated 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. So 70 at 13. .84 degrees Fahrenheit, and the altimeter is 3002. 30.02. We are a little heavy today, so let's try to make a rate takeoff 1. Flap is going to be 5. Air conditioner is going to be on, and NTI is going to be off. Let's calculate, and very well. So let's copy this information for a moment, just so we don't have to look back and forth. Piece of paper over here. So our CG is 22.1, which is going to give us a trim of 6.12. The percentage of the rate for takeoff 1 is going to be 86.0. The temperature is going to be 32 degrees Celsius. And then our V speeds are going to be 149, 150, 156. Let's write this down here. 149, 150, 156. This means that we're going to be rotating pretty much right after V1. So let's input this information over here. We said it's going to be 32 degrees Celsius. The rate takeoff 1. The difference over here is not that big, so 85.9, and we have 86 in our calculations, which is fine. Let's move now to the takeoff. It's going to be a takeoff 5, flaps 5. CG, we said it was 22.1, and RV speeds 149, 150. We could have also executed this and the speeds would have shown right away. 150 and 156. Let's move back here for a second. Acceleration, altitude. Let's do 1,000 feet. Okay, very well. Alrighty, so let's execute. Okay. Let's first take a look down here. Okay, flight plan looks good. No discontinuities, no unexpected discontinuities except for one right before our arrival, which is suspected. We're gonna leave the flight plan as it is for now. Let's move into the Ifly panel. We set the altimeter was 301 30.12. Is that correct? 30.02. Alright, it's good enough. 1,000 feet above terrain. Let's do traffic, terrain, airports, flight director. Alright, so 902 is going to be the course. Although we're going to verify that later with the departure in case we need something else. For now, we're going to have nine or two. All right. Nine or two. And 902. Okay, 902 is set 3 times in our MCP, I'm sorry. So back to the FMC, our takeoff 156. And I think it would be a good moment to now. Second. Okay, so before we continue, let's take a look at our departure since we're already here. So Manor 3 departure out of Miami. We're departing via runway 08 right. So we're gonna climb on heading 0902, which is already indicated 3 times, to intercept course 146 to Balar. Very well. 902 and then 146 to Balar. Then on track 185, that's fine, to Mint. Then on track 192 to Rum, 194 to Rum, and then on track 215 to cross Asti at or above 5,000. So we have Asti, 5,000 above. The top altitude for our standard instrument departure today is 5,000, so we're gonna set 5,000. We are offline, by the way, so we could be doing whatever we want, but we're going to keep it the same way we would in if we were on VATSIM. So our departure seems to be correct. We have previously checked our routing. Let's so the routing looks well. Let's take the Dolphin VOR as a reference today for ring. Okay, 1 second. So we have the Dolphin VOR here. So Delta Hotel Papa. It's 113.9er. Yes, this is correct. And we're gonna put a 25-mile ring around the Dolphin VOR in case we have to return, which we know we are not returning. We're not simulating any failures on departure today. All right, let's continue. Let's get you to inches, and we said it was 3002. Very well. Okay. Reset. Auto brake RTO. 6.13. And let's take a closer look here. That looks correct over here. Let's move down to the radios. 1 to 2.8, even though we're not on VATSIM, but we want to simulate. The reason we're not on VATSIM today is because, I mean, there's no one controlling either Miami or Cuba. So yeah, we might as well just be offline and use some of the ATC chatter, which I love having. Here's the guard frequency, 1 to 1.5. So in case we have to return, we're going to come back to the same runway. So the frequency for the ILS is 110.3. And we're going to have the Dolphin VOR as a backup. And the frequency is 113.9er. Let's have this on the FO side as well. 110.3. Very well, and 113.9er. Very well, let's go. You, don't need you. And I'm gonna use my favorite squawk, 6231. That's my mother's date of birth. That's why I use it all the time. Alright. Let me check the... I don't get used to this aircraft with the mouse wheel and everything. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so the rudder is 0. Very well. Aileron trim 0. Perfect. All seems to be good. Aircraft is almost ready. Let's continue. Let's get you on the APU, shall we? Alrighty, so let's brief this departure and then the taxi that we're going to be doing today. We're almost out of here. So for the Manor 3 departure, it's going to be a left-hand turn. Alrighty, so we're going to our initial climb is going to be to 650. Then we're going to make a left turn, sorry, a right turn inbound Ballard, continuing to Mint, over to Rum, and then to Asti at 5,000, and then continuing to Maynard, and here is our transition Fundy. So 5 minutes after departure, we're going to then climb to our final cruise altitude. We're going to remain at 5,000, and then we're going to make sure to cross Asti at above flight level, not flight level, above 5,000. Alrighty, so there's nothing much to say about our departure. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. So for our taxi, we're taking off out of runway 08 right. We're currently sitting here, not too far from the runway. We're gonna push with the nose facing to the west, meaning that we're gonna go to the right. And then we're gonna taxi via Mike. We're gonna hold over here and then get the aircraft ready, and then once we're ready for takeoff, we're gonna do a rolling takeoff from runway 08 right. So we're gonna taxi nose to the west, meaning to the right, via Mike to the runway, and then to the runway, and then we're gonna do a rolling takeoff. Okay, fun. Okay, let's get you guys on. Also very important, we're going to be using VNAV and LNAV for takeoff today. Get you guys off already. Okay, doors closed. Alrighty. Very well, we can call GSX and start our push.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alrighty, perfect. So flight deck door is closed. Fuel is 24.6, which reminds me that we have to turn the starter fuel pumps. So we have fuel in the center pumps.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Signs are on. We will go auto for now. Windows are locked. MCP is set. 156. 192, sorry, 156, 92, and 5000. V speeds are 149,
Locking
150,
gear.
156. CDU pre-flight is complete. Rudder and aileron trim is free and zero. Taxi and departure briefing is completed, and anti-collision light is on. Alrighty, very well, GSX. Please push us nose to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Will do.
Release parking brakes, please. Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alrighty, so we're far back enough. Let's start engine 1, please. Let's get a better view.
Travis Scott, 3523 Romeo is 10 miles
Let's get some ATC in here.
Brickyard 4702, just let your crew traffic off the left on to enter the gate after you vacate it.
Brickyard 4702, copy.
Please set parking brake.
2160
Alright.
transition.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Very well, we'll let you know.
Southwest 1229, are we still clear to push back gate 4?
Yes, sir. Southwest 1229. Your pushback's approved, sir.
Roger. It looks like there's ground crew telling us there's somebody behind us.
I can't see back there, but when able, go ahead and push back.
And here we go.
Southwest 1229. Ground south.
American Maintenance. American Maintenance, roger. Your pushback is approved. Tail north on Kilo. Let me know when you're ready for the reposition.
Alright, let's tell this lady that we have a good engine so she can go and get some snacks. I'm pretty sure she's tired of waiting for us. Alright, GSX, you can disconnect.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
That's the line 2.
Unlocking gear.
Thank you.
This traffic, touch it down. And for American 466, let's slowly start south on Kilo.
Yeah, we're gonna hold position here for the next 460.
I see it there. Yeah, okay, thanks.
So today I was gonna fly the Phoenix today, but I gotta be honest with you, man. I am so in love with the Max. I have a big collection of planes for 2020, but the Max, even though this aircraft is not perfect yet, it's still not there yet. I don't think it flies as well as the PMGG one does, but I just love the Max. There's something about it that I don't know. It has that
Tow
sweet.
truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Roger, your pushback is approved. Tail north
It has
on
that
Kilo,
sweet
you know
spot
where
for
Left
me
is
in
clear.
between
Right is clear.
old and new. That makes me love it. Also, the sounds of these aircraft. I mean, did you hear that? It is just something else. Honestly, it is just something else. All right, let's get this guy on the generators.
Alaska maintenance, as you round the corner, just hold the beam the old terminal building for
Alrighty.
traffic.
We can go
Yes, Alaska
Gen
maintenance,
1,
you round the
Gen
corner, just
2.
hold in
APU
front of
can
the
come
old
off.
terminal for traffic.
You guys can go to continuous. You can come on. Proheat on. Packs to auto, and APU bleed is off. Also, we have our altitudes over here, 26,350.
Join Juliet, short of runway 4.
Juliet, short of
Very
4
well.
for runway 1, there's 466.
Pull down. Full up. Full left. Full right. Rudders. Full left. Full right. Super systems. N1 is set to auto. Auto.
15, will
Very
you
well.
be ready to go within the next 15 minutes or so? I'm still trying to get you out of here.
Yeah, we'll be ready in 15 minutes.
Perfect.
All right, let me know when you're ready to taxi.
Alrighty, before taxi. Generators are on, Proheat on, NTIs is off today, oscillation valve is auto, engine start levers are, switches are continuous, recall is
Southwest 1229,
checked,
runway 1 via
auto
Kilo
brake is
Charlie,
RTO, engine start levers are
Runway 1,
idle
Kilo
detent,
Charlie,
flight
short of
controls
runway
are
4,
checked, ground equipment
1229.
is clear, and we can taxi to runway 08 right via Mike.
3609, ready to go for the push again.
Seems like we're clear.
Maple 3609, your pushback is approved.
Let's release the parking brake. Give this baby girl a little bit of juice, and here we go.
Delta's 1960, will you be ready over there?
1960, we'll be ready.
1960, cross 4 and Juliet, monitor time.
Cross forward
And we are
Juliet
using
on
FS traffic today for, let's hold short over here because we have traffic incoming. We have company incoming right now. So yes, we are using FS traffic for our AI traffic today, and I really like it. I really like FS traffic for.
2152, runway 1 via Bravo Alpha, hold short of 4.
1 via Bravo Alpha, hold short for Southwest.
All right, seems like they're gonna wait for us. Okay, thank you so much. All right, she feels heavier today.
JetBlue 254, runway 1 via Juliet, hold short of 4.
Taxi runway 1 via Juliet, short
I
of
could
runway
definitely
4,
feel
JetBlue
that she
254.
feels heavier than she has been the past few days when I've been flying with half the amount of fuel.
20 ground, United 551.
So I typically do
United 551,
shorter
push
flights,
approved, tail north on Kilo.
around 1 hour,
Tail north Kilo,
20 minutes,
United
like
551.
today's flight. Even shorter than that. I don't really like spending too much time in front of the computer anyway. So that's the reason I don't do long haul flights.
American 1178, runway 1 via Juliet, hold short of
And
runway 4.
when you fly with, I mean, there's definitely a difference when you have only 15 tons of fuel as opposed to 24.
Delta 839, you're a leader. You can cross 4 into the block behind Southwest
You can,
over there.
I can feel a difference.
Alright, clear cross 4 into the block behind Southwest, copy 1-4, monitor tower, Delta 839.
American 1180, American 1178 watch. Will you be ready on the other side? American 1178, stay on Juliet, cross 4 and monitor tower.
Juliet cross 4, monitor tower.
MAX 7609 taxi.
Maple 7609, runway 1 via taxiway Kilo Charlie to hold short runway 4.
Kilo Charlie, short of 4, MAX 7609.
Alright, before takeoff, flaps are 5, we just set them. 5 is indicated 2 times. 5, 5, and green light. Stabilizer trim is 6.12 units. 6.12. And that's after, before takeoff checklist complete.
Brickyard 5972, good morning to you. Pushback is approved spot number 2.
Pushback spot 2, Brickyard 5972.
Maple 7609, cross 4. Monitor tower, you follow the Delta Airbus out of here on the other side. Good morning to you.
Okay, cross 4 and Charlie here, we'll follow the bus, the Delta bus, sorry, in order to our MAX 7609.
So like we said, we're going to do a rolling takeoff, so let's get the aircraft ready.
United 551, runway 1 via Juliet to hold short of runway 4.
Juliet, hold short of runway 4, United 551.
Approaching 08 right.
Alrighty. Runway is identified. Let's assume that we're clear to the right and clear to the left.
Ground Southwest 1991, ready to push off 6.
On runway 08 right.
Alrighty.
Pushback approved, Southwest 1991.
Spool it up. That's 40% toga.
Ground Brickyard 5972, ready to taxi.
Thrust set. Airspeed's alive.
Runway 1 Juliet, hold short of 4, Brickyard 5972.
80 knots.
Brickyard 5972, cross 4, monitor tower, good morning.
Cross 4, monitor tower, Brickyard 5972, stay.
Here's V1, rotate.
Ground Southwest 1991, ready to taxi.
1991, runway 1 via Kilo Charlie, hold short runway.
Taxi runway 1 via
That's
Kilo
positive
Charlie,
red gear up.
Southwest 1991.
Clear 600. We can start turn. 1000.
Ground Delta 5. Located here at the old terminal, like to reposition under so 21.
Alright, Delta Maintenance, you take Delta Maintenance 5.
Delta Maintenance 5, copy that.
Alright, sir. Delta Maintenance 5, your pushback's approved, and just let me know when you're ready for the reposition. And just confirm you're going to be 21. That is occupied right now.
Okay, I'll give you the gate when we're ready to go.
Okay. Southwest 1991, cross 4, monitor tower.
Alright, clear across 4, Charlie, monitor, Southwest 1991. Ground Delta Maintenance 5.
Delta Maintenance 5, yes, sir.
Yeah, we
Let's go, flaps 1.
We're ready to reposition to 22.
Okay, so you're repositioned approved via Kilo.
Reposition approved here, thank you.
Alright, flaps 1 speak checked. 10,000 to go. Let's give it to the autopilot. And flaps up. Alrighty, we have N1, LNAV, V speed, VNAV speed, and Command Alpha engaged.
Good morning, bro. I believe it was the last mate. Last mate is repositioned to prove the taxiway. Keep on. Thank you. Thank you. Pushback is Cruiser, Southwest 1229. Thank you.
Ground, good morning, computer 5015 and 10 Alpha, ready to push.
Computer 5015, ground, your pushback is approved. Check off.
Here we go, out of Miami. Alright, here's 10,000. Let's continue cleaning the aircraft. Landing lights off. Runway turn off and taxi lights can come off. Engine start to off. Auto brake can come off as well. And let's make sure we're pressurizing, which we are. On to 260, huh? let's go quiet now.
Seven, Empire 8775, team. Six flight request. Number 6 flight departure, say request. 200. Number 6 heavy flight, roger. You can expect I'm going to coordinate with the center. 6, number 6 flight. Copper 6 heavy flight. I'm going to maintain block out 2, flight level 190 to flight level 200. Flight maintain block altitude, flight level 190 to 200. Copper 6 flight. Shuttle 5802, contact center 126.45.
126.45, Shuttle 5802, zip.
And flight 2924, contact center 125.4. We'll see you later. 54 and flight 2924, good day. March, good morning, American 711 with you out of 3 on December.
American 711's departure, good morning, radar contact, climb and maintain 900,000.
9,000, American 711.
Alright, passing 18,000. So standard.
Southwest 797, departure radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000. 8,000, Southwest 797. Southwest 797, climb and maintain 11,000. Oh, no, 11,000, Southwest 797.
American 711, traffic 1 o'clock, about 10 miles southwestbound, company Airbus descending at 11,800 for 10,000.
American 711.
75890, sequencing to Los Angeles, turn left, heading of 250.
Heading 250, Skywest 5890.
Skywest 5890, and you can expect direct to Ransom.
Skywest 5890.
Compass 5720, reduce Mach speed, do not exceed Mach 0.75.
Not to exceed Mach 75, Compass 5720.
And okay, we're just chilling here. We continue our climb to flight level 260. We are inbound.
Compass 5720, reduce Mach speed, do not
Maynard.
exceed Mach 0.75.
Not to exceed Mach 75, Compass 5720.
Alright, so 18 nautical miles to our top climb.
Southwest 631, cross Julian, at and maintain flight level 240, and when able, maintain 300 knots or greater.
Okay, 300 or better, and we'll cross Julian 240, Southwest 631.
United 1777, descend via the Ola 1 arrival, except maintain flight level 240.
Clear to descend via the Ola 1, accept flight level 240, United 1777.
American 491, 17,800 for 230.
American 491, center flight maintain flight level 290.
Flight level 290, American 491. Center Alaska 253 is checking on at 380.
Alaska 253, center, radar contact over exhaust.
Safer.
South 5720, flight present heading, vector 4 sequence, expect direct range go.
Present heading, compass 5720.
Skywest 5890, clear direct range go.
Clear direct range of Skywest 5890.
So once we get to flight level 260, we're gonna start preparing for our arrival. Even though we have quite a few minutes, but I don't want to be lazy and wait until last minute. So we have a little more than 1,000 feet to go.
1777, contact center on 128.6.
128.6, United 1777. Good day.
Delta 566, same Mach number.
Alright, here's 1,000. 1,000 to go.
566, ground to reduce speed, maintain Mach point 76.
76 on 566.
Delta 566, descend and maintain flight level 240, and in the transition maintain 280 knots.
240 on the altitude, 280 near speed no transition, Delta 566.
Skywest 5890, descend and maintain flight level 240, and in the transition maintain 280 knots.
Alright, here's the level off. Let's go back to the FMC N1 limit page. Let's get the engines to continuous.
American 491, climb maintain flight level 370.
Alright, so we have
Flight level 370, American 491.
307 nautical miles to go.
Delta 566, contact center 125.65.
2565, Delta 566, bye.
Alaska 253, descend via the Ola 1 arrival, except maintain flight level 240.
Okay, descend via the Ola 1 arrival, accept 240, Alaska 253.
Southwest 223.
Alright, so we're gonna reach our top of the descent in about 45 minutes. So we're not gonna wait. So let's take the weather information for Holguin today. Holguin.
5890, contact center 125.65.
3565, Skywest 5890.
So weather for Holguin is very well.
Southwest 223, you have ride reports in the descent.
Alright, so
223 haven't had any complaints.
this is incorrect. Our transitional level is probably 3,000 feet. Let's okay, ILS runway 05. Let's take a look at that real quick.
Delta 5720, contact center 125.65.
12565, compass 5720.
Alrighty, 3,000. So 3030 in the box. Thank you. We can also.
Center down
put a lift here
2615,
as well.
18 for 230.
Sub 2615 center, fine maintain.
Okay,
flight
let's
level
focus on the
270
weather
and
first. So
turn
weather.
attitude reverse. Remain on course and fine maintain flight level 270.
270, Delta 2615.
Alrighty. So the temperature is it's kind of warm.
Sub 2615 affirmative, 10 degrees right.
Alright, 10 right, Delta 2615.
28 degrees Celsius. Let's take the winds before we do anything else.
Center American 1514, 197 for 230,
And
290 knots are better sign.
okay, for our descent, we're gonna take winds for flight level 200 as we normally do when we fly at these altitudes. 150 and then flight level 100. For flight level 200, our winds are 75 at 20. Thank you.
Executive 728, change to my frequency 132.42.
70 at 20.
13342, executive 728.
And then 81 at 24. Okay, everything seems to be correct. We can go ahead and execute this.
Maintain VFR, stay altitude.
Okay.
Perform Papa Kilo Roger. 2 areas of moderate precipitation at 11
How much we
o'clock,
said?
1 o'clock, and they started 5 miles, extends for about 10 miles.
Alrighty, so our gross weight on arrival is going to be somewhere around 1. Okay. Okay, it should be something like this. Boy, we are heavy today. Let's add
4252 deviation left approved. Clear direct Pinto when you're able and advised.
153 on arrival.
Executive 632, descend to maintain 3,200.
3,200 is executive 632.
So 111.3.
Number 4875, we're direct Pinto now.
Number 4875, thank you.
Triple 1.3. And we're gonna have the VOR, the Holguin VOR
Jet speed 255, change to my frequency 134.
116.8.
285 at 34.6, have the weather. Charlie Morning expected runway 27.
Jet speed 255, moderate, heavy, and extreme precipitation in a line starting 10 miles west of you, extending to the north to about 10 south of Charlevoix. Advising to deviate. Turn to pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 200.
Alright, so we're just doing this to be ahead of ourselves. Okay, so what we said the QNH on there was?
Jet speed 255, turn 10 degrees right, descend and maintain 5,000, altimeter 296.
Let's go. Hectopascal.
A normal rate for now, I'll let you know if I need something else.
I love how busy this aircraft keeps you. And for our ILS, our minimum stay is 540 feet Okay, well, yes, that makes sense because the airport is sitting some 300 feet above the terrain, so above the sea level. Okay, so 500 and we said it was that 540.
November 5 Romeo Charlie, clear direct Foxtrot, Quebec Delta. Direct, thank you, 5 Romeo Charlie.
540. Okay, so minimums is set, QNH is set, VREF is set. I'm gonna set the course now as well.
The right, of course, is approved, and clear direct to Charlevoix when you're able and advised.
Course is 55. Once again, I'm doing these early because one of the things that I've noticed is that I tend to get busy and then usually get to my top of descent without having done without doing my checklists and all of that, and I hate it. I really hate it because then that's when things start to get out of hand. I know this is only simulation, it's kind of like a video game, whatever you want to call it, but you still want to do things the right way. It's not fun when you don't do things the right way. So with that being said, it doesn't really hurt to, you know, stay busy and do something. Or do what you're supposed to be doing, really. Conditions is dry. Winds are 70 at 14, 70 at 14. QNH is 1011. Sorry, this is incorrect. 1011. Oops, wrong place. Here's 28 Celsius.
25 down extra, if you'd like to call Minneapolis on
1011.
Exchange, please.
I'm gonna do flaps 30, AC on, NTIs off, brakes. How long is this runway we're landing on?
Southwest 631, center pounds discretion, maintain flight level
Strike auto brake 1.
and you can expect to cross Julian at flight level 240.
Alright, so auto brake 1 is gonna do the job. We have a landing distance of 9,815 feet and our runway today here is 05 has a length of 10,623 feet. So with that being said, we are going to probably take, I don't think we're going to be able to take Delta, but we're going to take Echo. I'm going to try not to get to the end of the runway, but if we have to get to the end of the runway, then we're going to vacate to the right, and then we're going to head back on Alpha and then cross 05 at Charlie and then take Delta into the terminals over here. So the plan is to vacate to the right on Echo, although Echo seems to be okay, never mind, it's not a high-speed exit, but it is what it is. So we're gonna take Echo. If not, if we don't make it at Delta, we take Echo, and if not, we make it at Alpha to the left, and then back on Alpha, and then cross cross 05 at Charlie, and then Delta to the terminals. All right. So with that being said, we can start briefing ourselves into our approach. Let's see here. How far are we? Okay, it's still 212 nautical miles. Alright, so we know we're coming from Anetu today. Alright, so we're coming via Anetu.
United 1777, 10 via the Ola 1 arrival, expect maintain flight level 240.
Here's Anetu. So on Anetu we are going to be at flight level 163, then into Move,
American
Bemove
491,
into
and
Bemove,
maintain
then
flight level 290.
Flight level 290,
Hotel
American
Golf
491.
600 above 300 feet. Sorry, 3,000 feet. Alright, not too many waypoints in there.
Center Alaska 253 is checking on it, 380.
Alaska 253.
So here I want to be exactly at 3,000 feet. Not above, but exactly at 3,000 feet. On our next altitude, that's fine.
Present heading, encompass 5720.
And so, from our fix over here, we have to vector ourselves onto Bonu. So let me take a quick look over here.
Sir, direct range of Sky was 5890.
Alright, we're not going to vector ourselves. We're going to take it straight from here. Thank you very much. And as you can see here, there's no discontinuity now. So, no vectors. So, we're going to take it straight from here into Bonu and then onto the ILS. So, for that, we're going to have 05. Gonna have 10 miles. We're gonna have 4 miles. So it's a pretty straight approach. We're inbound Husar, then Anetu, then Bemove, then to HG 600, Hotel Golf 600, exactly at 3,000 feet, and then we're gonna take the ILS. Let's see where. Sorry. There it is. So we're gonna be exactly at 2,500, and from there we're gonna take the ILS into runway 05. So let's take a look at the missed approach procedure. In case of a missed approach, we're gonna climb on track 055 until 1,000, then turn right and intercept the Holguin VOR. Okay, so it's gonna be to 1,000 and then to the right. Continue to Kestu, holding pattern, climbing to flight level 040. So meaning that after 1,000 we go to the right to the VOR and then to, let's take a look over here. There it is, Ketsu at 4,000. I expect ATC instructions, and it looks something like this. Alright, 1,000 and then we go to the right. Here's the VOR, so to the right and then to Ketsu at 4,000 over here. So we know that we're gonna go, when we reset the MCP altitude, we're gonna go make it go all the way down to 1,000 over here. Perfect. So let's set the auto brake. And with that being said, we can finally enjoy some outside views because we've done all the work already. We're ahead of ourselves. I mean, I know this is just a sim, but it really feels like going home, you know? Alrighty. $137 nautical miles until top of descent. Alright, what's going on in VATSIM today? Some areas of the US are getting live. I might jump on VATSIM and do a flight later on VATSIM. So for now, we just keep flying. We've been in the air for 36 minutes, and we have close to another hour to go. Another 40 minutes in the air. little bumpy up here. I mean, when I look at the landscape of my island, I can stop and wonder how is it possible that we are starving in Cuba. I mean, honestly, look how much land we have down there, and yet there's no real farming or agriculture. It makes no sense to me. That's one of the reasons I left about 3 years ago, and moved to the US, because basically in Cuba you can't get any food, and yet just take a look at this. Like, there's land everywhere. Alright, enough with the geography. Let's go back in the cabin and make sure that everything is going according to plan. Okay, 69 miles until top of descent. It's very easy to get distracted. Simply because the landscapes are mesmerizing. Alright, descent checklist. Engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, landing. I'm sorry, this is the after takeoff checklist. Okay, descent checklist is pressurization is landing altitude is 350. Recall checked. Auto brake is set. 1. Landing data is VREF 143, flaps 30, minimums is 540, and approach briefing is complete. Okay, descent checklist is complete. The aircraft is going to start descending on its own upon top of descent. Let's take a closer look here. Here it is. Alright, so today we can't forget the replay. Can't forget the replay. Let me set that right now. There it is. Alrighty. Because I've been forgetting lately. You know, replays are probably one of the most fun parts. Alright, 21 more miles, and we're gonna start descending. Alright, let's monitor our vertical descent as we are approaching top of descent in a moment. Here it is. Engines to idle, and we are descending. I can't honestly wait for 2024. I'm pretty sure it's gonna look so much better than 2020 does.
Approach Osage 59, field side.
Osage 59, after fall go, clear bidder approach from way 7 right.
After Fargo, we'll go to digital for 7 right, South Osage 59.
Alright, here's 10,000. Let's get all these lights on.
American 572, we're at 20,000 descending on the Eagle arrival landing 8 with Sierra.
American 572 approach, expect visual approach to runway 8.
American 572.
Welcome. Southwest 565, Cunning approach 126.6.
0.66, Southwest 565.
They're flying around.
United 584, just going to maintain 5,000.
Out of 7 for 5,000 and 584.
Alright, let's bring the noise back.
That was 2157, Spartan Skydive approach, double honk, 19 miles. That was 2157, so visual approach from way 7 right. Rocket 108, Bravo Kilo Truck. Expect visual approach over 7 right, maintaining 280 knots greater until Duke, and follow sweep after Duke. That was 2157, reduced speed of 172.
Go to 170, Southwest 2157.
Maintain 280 knots greater for 1.
Alright, approach. Altimeters 1011 is set. Approach checklist is complete. Let's start now. Reducing our speed to 210.
Maintain 3,000. United 584,
050 to join line for visual approach runway 79.
050 to join for the visual approach runway 79.
Traffic 11 o'clock, 10 miles northbound is Boeing 737.
I mean, this is definitely gotta be a bug where you extend the speed brake and the engines just accelerate. Which is kind of annoying, to be honest.
Heavy, maintain 250 knots. American 572 at Gino, reduce speed 2 and maintain 250 knots.
At Gino, reduce 1 speed first.
Let's go flaps 1.
Gino, reduce speed to 250 and maintain left to the bus.
Okay, 50 is Gino, American 572.
That's flaps 1, speed checked.
Low approach here, 437, well,
For transport 3726, heavy approach, expect visual approach to runway 8. American 442, traffic no factor, conic approach 126.6.
Right, that's it. American 442.
For the line, reduce speed to 230. Air transport 3726 heavy, maintain 250 knots, hold on. American 572, reduce speed to 210, travel 10 o'clock, 8 miles northbound of Beach 1900 at 8,000, reduce speed to 210.
Yeah, we're slowing to 210, looking for the traffic, 572, thank you.
Let's go flaps 5. Flaps 5, speed checked.
Approach United 237 is 18.5, is the name via the Eagle 6 with 0.
United 237 approach, expect the visual approach to runway 8.
Right.
American 572, conic approach 126.6, traffic no factor.
Okay, we got the airport in sight.
American 572, thank you.
And with 3175 approach, expect the visual approach to runway 8. Southwest 565 approach, expect the visual approach to runway 8. Maintain 250 knots for greater full line.
250 knots for greater full line.
Okay, localize the captured.
24, reduce speed to 2 and 0. Six 404, counting tower 120, can I get it?
120.9,
Glide slope captured.
South 1310, submitted close to line 7 right, maintain 210 knots, go Baltic. 210 Baltic, first visual, 7 right, upward 13.
Citation 1 Alpha Papa.
2500.
That's checked. Let's go standard. Standard. Go gear down. Flaps 15.
Southwest 2157, 43 on the hydro one, that's right.
Southwest 2157, the road to expect over the approach number 7 right, maintain 270 knots, full right.
270 knots, so advise, Southwest 2157.
Citation 1 Alpha Papa, reduce speed to 170, that's to maintain 5 knots. Full to 170, then down to 5,000.
And flaps 30.
1310, around 11 o'clock, 2 miles, turn eastbound, company 3,800 from the that's up to Southwest 1310. Take the road at 11 o'clock and 2 miles, company 3,600 with northbound. Company Southwest 1310.
On the checklist, engine start switches are continuous, speed brake is armed, landing gear is down, flaps 30, green light. On the checklist is complete.
Approaching 05.
Let's go my aircraft. Let's go my throttle.
Correction, Southwest 859, reduce speed to 2 and 0, cutting approach 120.4.
Alright, we're going to 0.4, and reduce speed to 10, so 50%.
You do that.
Let's bring it back to 2 red and 2 white. 3 red, 1 white.
400.
Station 1 Alpha Papa, just to maintain speed down.
Approaching minimums. 300.
1 Alpha.
200 minimums.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up. Reverses. Knots. 60 knots manual braking. And welcome to Holguin, ladies and gentlemen. 1 hour 15 minutes.
3 miles southbound, airliner 7000.
traffic impact, United 584. United 584.
Alrighty, so we're gonna leave it as it is, and we are going to. Let's take a look at the replay.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
Alrighty, this was indeed a fun one, and yeah, I'm looking forward to do more of these flights. So stick around. For now, let's just listen to those flap sounds, and after that, we're gonna disconnect. Alright, thank you very much for joining today. It was a really fun one, and I'll see you next time.